So it's been a rainy day, and so instead of doing much outside, I've been just trying to make some of these videos that are so beautiful because lately my wife and I have been reading some beautiful texts from Meister Eckhart, and Meister Eckhart just has some really beautiful texts. So today I'm going to talk about another one called True Penitence and the Blessed Life, or about True Penitence and the Blessed Life. So this is also from Meister Eckhart, lived more than 800 years ago, and was basically, you could say, Christian in that sense, but a true Christian in that sense, because he was one who sees things as they are, as opposed to the ones who put God outside of themselves and try to make all people sinners from that perspective that cannot break free, when in fact our true nature and our connection with that true nature is actually our fundamental nature, and we cannot be separated from that. And so today I was going to go into another one. This one is Meister Eckhart about True Penitence and the Blessed Life. I took this a little bit out from longer text, but I just took short pieces out so that I could, these kinds of short pieces, so that I don't go on too long, because, I mean, literally they could be spoken about because they're so beautiful. Because when you're reading these kinds of texts, they anchor you to the well-being or the knowledge that you are what you are. So if you already know that you are the true nature, that you are this beingness, this silent presence, take a few minutes always before to anchor yourself to that being, that beingness, the presence, this nowness, this awareness that is aware, and then stay aware from within of that which you are. And then it's much better to read these kinds of texts, because then they are really felt as you are there at the same time, right? In that sense. So it says, it seems to many people that to be penitent, they must do striking things, external acts such as fasting, going barefoot, and the like. Penitent is kind of like, to pay your dues for having been lost, for not having done the right things, by not being what you truly are, but again, falling for sin, right, in that sense, and being identified with the AI screen of the thoughts, the emotions, the person, the self, the separate self, right? Not, as some people say, the higher self, which would be God. The best penitence, however, and the supremely profitable penance, is to turn away root and branch from all that is not God and not divine, whether it be in oneself or in other creatures. So the best way is to turn away from the AI screen, the screen of the thoughts, the emotions, and all that is believed to be the conditioning of yourself and your past and your future, the person, the identity, and to turn back onto this state of being, turn your attention back onto being aware, resting as your true nature of this awareness, this consciousness, this awareness, this presence, and remaining kind of marinating in that, just remaining in that, which means to completely turn away from this thinking system, this worrying system, which is all that is not God, because it's an AI system, right? It's thought, and not divine. And whether it is oneself, right, in your own person, your own identity, or in other creatures, concluding the outer world of distractions and all the, satanic, luciferic distractions that we have now with all this stuff that's being presented to us, so that we keep our attention on focused outward onto objects instead of looking inward towards God, which is basically your true nature, right? I know I now use the word God again. I didn't use it for many, many years, but it's being, right? The true penitence is to face about toward our beloved God with unwavering affection, so that all we think about and delight in is pregnant with Him. So the true penitence, to really regret having gone out and become your person again, identified with your thoughts again, and being literally identified with that again, right? Is the true penitence is to face about towards our beloved God, which is facing in, to look back in towards ourselves, into the silence, quantum resting, meditation, to meditate and turn your attention back onto what you truly fundamentally are, which is your awareness, right? So that all that you think about, I wouldn't use the word think, but that all you are concerned with, that all your attention is on, is delighted with and pregnant with Him, which is that which is the true nature, which is your original state of being. However you can accomplish this in the way is the way for you. So however you can you might have to go into a monastery. You might not. You might do it in the midst of your life with family and children and finances and work and everything. You might want to go to a retreat or at time from time, or you might want to just come home from all your normal things and rest and go to a room or in nature, into a garden. However you can accomplish this for you. And the more you do it, the more you rest in your true nature, the more you are aware that you are aware, and you bathe in that being, this presence, this soft, gentle, peaceful, quiet place of nothingness, which is fullness, because it's not focused on the outer AI thinking mind, monkey mind thing. The more real penitence will be, the more your sins will be washed away together with the pain of them. A beautiful thing, I'll just put it to the top there, but the more your sins will be washed away together with the pain of them. In other words, sinning is to be focused on that, and then on the AI screen, on your mind and your thoughts, the person that's trying to work out the life and what to do. And that person, the more it's focused on, the more stressful it will get, and the less peace you have, because you've left this lofty place of silence, stillness. So as you rest in this stillness, as you simmer and marinate in this quiet, silent place of being, just being aware, then the more of these sins, these urgencies, these desires to be going out and looking at things and always focusing on outward things, including this mind screen, is going to be washed away together with the pain of them, because they bring pain. Indeed, if in some moment of time you could turn sheer away from all your sins with disgust and repugnance for them, and effectually turn to God, then, even if you had committed all the sins since Adam's, or all that ever could be committed, you would be forgiven. And again, this is beauty. It's language, it's still limiting, but it's beautiful when you recognize it. And it says that if you could put your attention just one pointedly, instead of out, but point that attention inwards, away from your sins, away from the outer formal world of objects, and you just focus that attention inwards on this state of being, this presence that's here before anything, consciousness, awareness, silent place of being, and just remain as that, simmer in that, bathe in that, marinate in that quiet, silent place. Stay there as long as you can. Keep your attention on that which you truly are, which basically is your attention looking at your attention, your awareness looking at your awareness. And then effectually you turn completely to God, or what I would call beingness, your original source of being, presence. Then even if you had committed all the sins since Adam, you would still be forgiven, because there is no forgiveness needed in this place. This place is free from anything of the identifications with the form. So there's no real forgiven that needs to be done, but there's just this natural place that doesn't have any of those guilts and problems in it. It's the eternal state of being. It's your true nature. It's that which I am. And I am the Father and one. I am the way, the life, and the truth. Before Moses I am, or before Abraham I am. So I am. And so are you, because you are fundamentally this too, this which I am, which is what I am, and you are. We all are that fundamentally. And then it says here, which was taken a little bit further down from this text, but perhaps you say, but sir, I am not aware that I have anything to offer more impressive than poverty. Then how then can I get to him? So this is this kind of statement that people are really stuck in the person, and this could be even referring to financial poverty in some way, that people feel that they're not worthy of having this original state of being, this peace and quiet of the original knowledge that I and the Father am one, this quiet, silent, internal place that is now and forever eternal. They feel like they don't deserve it. And then Meister Eckhart says, my goodness, if you want to exchange your poverty, why not go straight to that treasure of inestimable value and get rich, right? Why not turn your gaze straight in, drop all the AI thinking, all the identifications with person, remain only stripped of all that, remain only as what you truly are, and get this richdom, right? This treasury of inestimable value, right? For you ought to know that as far as you're concerned, his is the only treasure with which you will be contented or satisfied. So by now, those who have enough non-dual knowledge, who have listened to enough teachers, enough masters, enough gurus, enough of this beautiful knowledge that many of these teachers bring, by now you should have known that it is this place, resting in the place of being, remaining only as what you are, and the fragrances that come from that well-being, bliss, joy, peace, harmony, stillness, quietness, union, eternal knowing, resting as the original state of being, this which you truly are fundamentally, right, is the only treasure with which you will be contented or satisfied. Because everything that we achieve out there, whether it's building something famous, becoming famous, achieving something according to some standard, gold, silver, money, houses, cars, none of them can really, because they're objects outside of ourselves that come and go, fading, objects, things that are not ever present, not eternal, not that source. None of them can satisfy us. That's why they sang in that song, I don't know who it was, but I can't get no satisfaction, right? There is no satisfaction to be gotten that is eternal, as opposed to this state of being where you are one with the source, where I and the Father am one, and there is the only place where there is this unfading radiation, unfading radiant wisdom that I and the Father am one, and this bliss and this thing is this beingness, this presence. It's just always good, always right, always true, and you're always contented and satisfied. Now, I would use fulfilled, it would be a better word maybe, but there I know that I am, and I am eternal, and I am fulfilled, ever present, always, unfading. So yeah, another one from Meister Eckhart, a beautiful one, pointing us straight back in.